Hello and welcome back to another video with me, Meoni, and I'm joined by my girlfriend, Fran. Hi, Fran.
Hello.
Today we're going to be looking at some new interactions that you can have with your characters in regards to change pose. So the default pose, as you can see, this sort of like generic pose that we're stood on here on our female Makotes. You might be familiar with, the ability to basically change pose using / change pose, or of course you can press a macro like I am, or a button in your emotes thing, and you can cycle between your idle poses. So this is where you're just walking around and your character will naturally switch to this. But in 5.4 they've added a series of new stuff, so you might see them. So we've still got our crossed arms, all the usual stuff. There's the one that we're familiar with, which clips horribly when you're wearing a long dress. And then we have this one. I use this all the time, sort of like the relaxed hips, a sort of slouch. And then we have this, which is one arm on hip and one arm dangling. What do you think, Fran? We finally got the ability to put a hand on a hip.
I like this one. I do. I'm annoyed that they didn't put the sit ones in just yet. Hopefully they will. But this is nice.
Yeah,
I like having multiple choice in stuff.
Yeah, so they've added these to all races as well. Lots of different variants, obviously, like the Lalafels, which we'll show you in a minute, are a little bit different. But ordinarily, to be able to do this pose, you'd have to be a male Makote. And we were talking about this the other day, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
How basically we thought it was a bit unfair how males and females are different things. And we were talking about that NPC that I recreated, which was Yishtola's sister, because she does this pose that we're doing right now, and there's no way you can match it. So it's kind of cool that they've changed it to do that. There's also this one as well, isn't there? Where you have the hands either side. This one's a lot better because your hands are closer and it does look like they're resting on your character's actual hips there. Very sassy though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Very sassy.
I do like this one as well.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it. And then you've got your basic stuff. So if we cycle back through. So it's basically two new poses, isn't it? This one here, which you've got hover hand. So you'd have to be wearing something like the fairy tale princess's dress to make it look like you're actually holding your hip there. And then this one, which personally I think is my favourite out of the bunch. More often than not, this is how I imagine my warrior of light to be stood. Especially when you're dealing with Alphino in the main storyline. Right, I'm going to switch over to my Lalafell and bring it down to the beach, and we'll continue from there. Alright, now I've relogged onto my female Lalafell and, dressed appropriately for the beach this time around. Let's see what changes we've got here. So, we've got the atypical Lalafell pose there, that's always adorable. The cross arms by the side, sort of slouchy thing, and there you go. So it's basically the same dealio, only it's reversed. So as you can see, with a female Lalafell, we have the hand on the opposite hip. Very interesting. They also seem to have the same hover hand issue, almost. Their thumb is just about touching the skin, just about. But you've still got a bit of hover hand there, haven't you? So that's the first of the two new poses. And then that's the second one. I like how she transitions into that. She just sort of bends her knees and flops a bit. Only with this one, unlike the Makote, you've got the... Oh no, actually, it's the same sort of gap, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Between the skin. Obviously, if you're wearing something big, this won't really matter. It's a lot similar. It's just the little animations in transition that are different then, and apart from that, the only other thing is the other pose with the hand on the hip. Very interesting. Very interesting. What do you think about it being slightly different for different races?
I would have hoped that they would have put the cycle in so you could do it either way. So you could either lean how to have one hand on the right side on, or vice versa, just click it again and it would swap.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So depending on if you're taking a picture or something, it's the same with the sit pose, like this pose here. I wish there was an option where another position where it's the other way.
Oh, so you could have your legs pointed
Yeah, so you
left
could
on the
have
camera.
me sitting this way and then you sitting next to me, but the other way. And that
Oh,
would make
yeah.
for a really cute picture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
That is a good point. So what's left to do then is look at the male Makote. I can log on to my male Makote and see if it's the opposite then. I'll see. We shall see what they have done. Okay, so I've logged on to my male Makote now. Fran, do you like this character?
I do and I don't. It's not you.
It's not me, okay.
It's not you.
It's not
But very
me.
nice though.
Thank you very much. So the change poses for this, I mean, this is your atypical hand on hip, which is the first go-to for him. It's a lot better than what your character has, but it's still a bit of hover hand, you know, there's still a bit of hover hand there. So, yes. Cross-armed. Rubs his ears and prepares to go forwards. Oh, I see. So they've added yet another hip holding then. So it is the opposite of yours, look. But they slouch a little bit for some reason. And then there's a second one. Wait a minute. So we've got...
There's 3.
That's a lot. Right, so basic pose. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 4 poses where you put your hands on your waist.
Yeah.
Where's the equality in that? Why don't we have 4 poses? So this is the one that normally comes with a Catboy. It's cross arms. This must be the second one that always comes with them.
It is.
Oh, and so this is the first of the 2 new poses then, which is what you've got, which is really unusual. Look at his fingers on the right side.
Yeah.
Those look really bizarre. And then the second one is this one, which you would have on your next cycle if you pressed it.
Yeah, sorry, I clicked off my emote bar. No, that's not what I wanted.
Yeah. Although instead of
in hands, they're regular hands.
I wonder why they made that decision. Is it because it's more effeminate to do it like you do it? I don't know. I don't know. That's an interesting question. Very interesting question.
Wait, wasn't there another? No, am I crazy?
No.
Like that. That's the female pose, isn't it? So maybe they tried this for men?
Hold on a minute. Go back to the basic pose and we'll go through them one by one together.
Basic pose.
There, right. Press it once. So that's my version of that, apparently. Press it again. Yeah. Third. Oh. Interesting. Fourth. So that's the slouch. Fifth. And 6th. Yeah, so there's 6 poses. And that's the variations then between male and female Makote. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. So there's some variants, but some definitely very interesting variants between how the hands operate as well between male and female characters. I'm pretty sure on my male Lalafell we'd probably have the same situation as well. It was only because I was on the female Lalafell before that it was similar to yours with the hands like that. So there we go. Interesting. Well, that was for science. Of course, we're not going to go through every single race and gender combo. That would take forever. But give yourself a /change pose and see if you like the 2 new ones for your particular race and gender combo. And yeah, but male Makote now has way more hands on hip emotes than anyone else in the game, I think. That's for sure. Any closing thoughts on that?
Not really. Part of me wants the Lalafell, like the hands down to the side.
Yeah, like when they're sort of like moving around a little bit, sort of thing, where your hands behind the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they should.
That kind of side. That's what I thought they were doing. I
Yeah.
thought everything was going to be available for everyone, but apparently not.
Apparently not. No. So there we go. Anyway, thank you kindly for watching this video. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll see you next time, won't we? Hey.
Ah, yeah.
Well,
I'm getting my bow ready.
Oh my goodness. Well, I don't have a bow on this character, so you can bow for me. You did a bow. There we go. You did a bow. I haven't set up his bars, so. We'll see you all next time. I've got to train her to do the bows for me now. Oh dear.